Can you think of a time where you did not do something or you completely forgot to do something that you said you were going to do, and then you remembered you didn't do that thing and your heart immediately sank into your stomach? Well, this happened to me yesterday. I was driving home early morning, Monday morning, kicking off the week, going 0-4 in pickleball. So I was already off to a rough start. And then I got to a stoplight and remembered that for the first time in over an entire year, I had not posted my weekly podcast. This was the first week in over a year that I didn't make my post after making my 10-year commitment to post a podcast every week for a decade. I made it over 12 months, and here we are, day one of not having executed what I said I was going to do and making sure that I'm on the microphone talking about it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Seeds of Success podcast. It's your host, Colin Walters, and this was a monumental moment for me. This was something where I immediately felt sick. I immediately was super upset. I was distraught. I was disappointed. I was wondering, how did I miss this? Where did things go wrong, etc. There's plenty of things we can dive into with that. But the point for you is to never miss twice, right? With any situation that doesn't go our way, if we break a streak, if we had a poor conversation with a client at work, if we didn't execute on the thing in our professional life or work life, whatever it may be, you missed a workout, whatever, we always have the ability to choose a response. Always comes back to what we've talked about on the show before, which is E plus R equals O. Event, something happens, plus response, how you decide to choose to respond. And then we get the O, which is outcome, right? So we have the ability to dictate ultimately what that outcome is going to be by choosing how we respond to X event, right? So for this case, I missed my podcast last week. What can I do about it, right? And I think personally for me, it's super important for me to be real with my emotions and how I'm feeling, and then be able to decide, okay, what's the next best thing I can do here? Because I'm not giving up on the thing, right? This is something I'm super passionate about, devoted so much time and energy and passion into. And so it's not over. It's just never miss twice is something that always comes to my mind when these things happen. And I hope that never miss twice can come to your mind as well, for whatever situation this might be for you currently or will be here in the future. It's almost inevitable that this is going to happen. And so where this concept comes from is from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, which I have right in front of me. And I want to share a passage from it that I think will help you in these situations moving forward. And so he talks about, things come up. It's inevitable. We can't be perfect. We're going to miss in life. It is going to happen, whether it's within our control or not. And so here's the deal. If I miss one day, I try to get back into it as quickly as possible. Here we are, the very next morning, 7:30 a.m. It's actually my second attempt recording this thing because I realized that I had made another mistake. So here we are, right-sizing the ship immediately, never missing twice or three times in this case. Missing one workout happens, but I'm not going to miss two in a row. As soon as one streak ends, I get started on the next. When successful people fail, they rebound quickly. The breaking of a habit does not matter if the reclaiming of it is fast. He goes on to continue. Furthermore, it's not always about what is happening during the workout. It's about being the type of person who doesn't miss workouts. I'm going to repeat that one. Furthermore, it's not about what happens during the workout. It's not about what happens during your work day, your career, your personal life. It's not about what actually happens. It's about being the type of person who doesn't miss the workout. So in this case, being the type of person who, when I do forget to post my podcast last week. I didn't hit it. Being the type of person that is now in the studio the very next morning doing something about it. It's easy to train when you feel good, but it's crucial to show up when you don't feel like it, even if you do less than you hope. So that's what I want to bring to your attention right now is this concept of never miss twice. And so I hope that this real life example can help you in any form or fashion. There's basically two concepts and messages I want you to take away. Never miss twice. Things are going to come up. Things are going to happen. Things are going to, be without your control, but you can always choose how you respond to the next best behavior, the next best thing that you can do about it. And then secondly is E plus R equals O, event plus response equals outcome. How are we going to respond to the given circumstances and the event that we are being presented with in life? I hope this message finds you well. I hope that my vulnerability comes through. I'm standing here at 7:30 in the morning, unshowered, with hair that is not presentable for camera, but we have the camera on anyways. And so that's just the realness of what it takes to get things done when you are super driven and committed to being the type of individual that doesn't miss twice and that does the things that you're committed to, regardless of if you broke the streak, regardless of if you didn't hit the workout, regardless of if you didn't make the call you needed to make or have the conversation that you needed to have or whatever it may be. So I just want to encourage you to stay in the saddle. When you get out of the saddle, get back in and get that next streak going. Hope this message finds you well. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Seeds of Success podcast. And I will see you on the next episode, because here's the last little thing is that the other thing I'm doing about it, making up for last week, of course. So you will see 2 episodes coming out this week. Here's the first, and then we'll have another one. So thanks for tuning into another episode of the Seeds of Success podcast. I love and appreciate you all very much, and I will see you on the next episode.